All right, guys, I'm going to be a short video because we had the gap up in the market. My least favorite thing is when the overall market gaps up because it's hard to find the standouts, and a lot of times you get a fairly narrow range when you get a big gap up. The NASDAQ up 779 points, Dow up 1,160. Very, very impressive market, though. All right, I'm going to give the call of the day to Sahil on WRD. Thanks to him, I got this one too. I don't even know if I had this one on watch today. I probably should have. But he noticed the early volume and the early run, right? Not the early run, but the early volume. And that it topped out at exactly 9. If you look to the left, you can see Friday's high was just 11 cents above that. We love stacked catalysts. I'll go back to the daily one more time to show you that. We already had this big volume here and kind of a flag going, right? Look at that volume back there. So it should have been on watch, but I think Friday's candle threw me off. Anyway, great post by Sahil, given the idea through 9, which happened. I'll try to zoom in for you now that we know the stacked catalyst. So it topped out at 9. The idea was back through 9. The stop goes below the previous candle. So it was about 28 cents risk, and you see what it did. I had a great trade in that one, so big thanks to Sahil on that one. All right, and so back to the daily. And let me pop this up here. Please pause the video and read that. Any new faces in chat. Just talks about what we do in chat. All right. And I'm going to go right into the stocks we'll be watching, hopefully to catch some intraday trades on tomorrow. That might be the first time I've ever paused in the middle of a video to take an after hours trade. So I'll follow up on that one tomorrow and tell you how it went. So WRD is definitely going to be on watch. Very nice volume, breaking recent highs. And then TEM is interesting. You had this big 2-day run. You got a couple red days, but they're kind of hanging out near recent highs. And I like the fact that it topped out at the whole number 65. Whole number breaks are always interesting. And if it breaks 65, you go to Friday's high, 66.30. And then the day before that, 66.42. So we do have a stacked catalyst scenario. Rumble stayed inside of Friday's big day, so we want to watch that one. That's RUM. EVGO is kind of flagging here after that big pop. FNKO, big volume day and a strong close. AAOI, kind of a mini breakout there as well. SOUN, nice volume today and a pretty strong close. That's an interesting one for tomorrow. CTMX had a gap up and a pretty strong close there as well. LYFT it took out Friday's high, but I mean it had the gap up, sold off, and then ended up going out near the highs. This is certainly extended, right? You look at how far it is from the moving average. It's certainly not my favorite. I'd like to see it come in for a couple days, but we're gonna watch it. OKLO has earnings tomorrow after hours, if I'm not mistaken. Today topped out at 30.25. Maybe worth noting that in this same space, we call these the baby nukes, right? SMR reported after hours. So, and as I said, OKLO reports tomorrow after hours. And this is SMR's daily. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at 18.20. So today's high was 18, let me get this right, 1864. So we'll see. It's had a nice little comeback after selling off earlier. So we're going to watch that whole space. You can throw NNE in there if you want as well. But anyway, that was OKLO. We'll look at that one more time real quick. My problem is they report tomorrow, so keep that in mind. They report after hours, I believe. GCT in after hours had earnings and is gapping to 1875 as I'm talking to you right now. So they had earnings. And then I already mentioned SMR. I want to watch that one tomorrow too. All right, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. We'll see you guys in the pre-market, and we'll build a list of gappers together. All right, have a great night.